All right, so this is day 2. We're here with Jimmy. We're actually in his backyard, technically. So we got the, if you've gotten this far, you've seen that we built the gun. Now we're going to test the gun. So it's range day. So I'm going to put some rounds through this. These are the very first rounds I'm putting through this Archon that Jimmy built by hand. We watched.
From scratch.
From scratch.
The metallurgy, everything.
He metallurgist. He like molded the polymer and all that stuff.
You know what? Let's go over the gun. I'll just go tooth to tail what exactly we did.
Oh,
it was a stock gun with just a few upgrades, not a ton.
Here, why don't you take it and talk about it?
We did a Pro Texture grip, which is the hybrid of the harder and the softer, and it kind of feels like a rubbery material. What do you say?
It's really grippy, and it looks more aggressive than it actually is.
The Pro grip, we did the grips. We did the night vision, night sights. Frankie had a PB3, so we mounted the PB3. But most of all, we did the combat trigger job. So this one has a shorter reset, no over travel. And then also in this gun, I put together and I turned down some springs. It's a stock recoil spring and guide rod, but we did quite a bit of work. It took me about 15 minutes to get that recoil spring. I'd say it's about 20% lighter than stock. So racking the gun's a little bit just more comfortable, more easy, but you will also feel less recoil. And actually, let's get your feedback on that. We can shoot, you can shoot that one, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe we could throw in the stock spring if you want later on and just get some difference. All right, I got my ears on.
All right. Does it even look like it's moving?
I can't. I'm just watching the
screen.
It
doesn't feel like it's moving.
It's because Frankie has a...
Okay, that's too easy to shoot. Alex, you got to try this out.
Right.
Working just fine.
Feels like it.
Again, the thing is, the mag might fly out just because of my grip. I'm going to try and tweak it a little bit just so it doesn't bump that mag release, but we'll still send some shots. Yeah, that shoots great.
Yeah.
That's incredible. The best way I can describe it is it basically just shoots itself. All you got to do is just pull the trigger.
Yeah.
The gun that shoots itself.
Yeah. Like, I've never driven a Tesla, but you know, they're autopilot. You just got to be sitting there in the seat. That's what this thing does. And it feels so good, too. Again, just the ergonomics. I really like these more textured grips over the little bit kind of slicked out ones. Trigger feels awesome. Super short, crisp reset. Really light, smooth. Again, just like no grit in the pull. So the optic is super clean, super crisp. So this is a nice little piece right here.
All right.
Behind it, more trigger time, and again, I didn't know a lot of the things that went into this, with just the configurations, the history, the not the mechanics, but the machining, just all of that stuff too. So it's like I said, you guys are starting to convert me a little bit here. So this is cool.
All right, ready? That was a 235. I think I missed one. My second shot on the first shot. Or on the first target. Oh. I cleared up a little bit. Oh. Helps if you push the button. Oh. I just got hit with a ricochet. I'm going to back up a little bit.
Get one more.
Yeah. Did I not push it again that time? Oh. That was better.
There you go.
Those shells were right on the camera. That was awesome.
That's what we want.
And then you can always say, "Hey, Iron Horse Range 6, Jimmy, does them both." But this will be a Range 6, or just say it's an option 1 port. That's all. You don't need to say anything else. When we do the window here, that's option 1.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I said I had for a surprise for you guys tomorrow when we go out.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to show that to you in a second. That's option 2.
Ooh.
Okay, so we'll get a real reaction. We already got a reaction.
Yeah, I'm already like,
option 2.
Let's see what we got here.
Okay. So
Vanna White.
So let's get who wants to shoot this. You're going to shoot regular non-ported, then you're going to shoot an option 1 ported gun, and we want real data. 2%, 5%, 10, 20, whatever it is,
Okay.
I need to hear that because
Sure.
I'm crazy biased. I make these things and I have a lot of my mind going on. I can shoot a comp and go, oh my gosh, that's 100% less recoil.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's no recoil because they're all my babies, but I try to be unbiased as possible, but
Right.
more data points are always better. More samples is going to give us better data
Yeah.
at the end of the day. So,
Sure.
okay.
Cool.
Who's shooting?
I'll give it a shot.
All right, you go for it.
So I'm gonna shoot yours first, Frankie. It is
Loaded, by the
It
way.
is
And then when
loaded.
you're done with that, just hand it off to me, okay?
See what's kind of nice about this? See this little, you can just do a little press check.
They're free, you know.
They're free. Press checks are free. Tax free.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna do a couple. I'm gonna do a couple slow, just like controlled shots,
Yep,
just to get a good feel for the recoil.
Mm-hmm.
No race gun shit here. You can still track that dot all the way through the recoil without it coming out of the box, which is
Okay.
super cool. Back in the holster. And then you said this is the option
Option one.
one for the port and the slide cut. Is that
Mhm.
correct?
Yep, that's the
Okay.
slide cut with 10 holes. They are 1.7 millimeter each.
Got that? Okay. Wow. That's a 100%. I
Negative
don't,
recoil.
yeah, I don't know my percents, but taking what I felt on Frankie's and feeling this, it is a very big difference in the felt recoil, and the way the slide tracks too. That was me pulling those shots because I was getting all excited. I got one left. I don't say if I missed that would be
There's-
embarrassing, but no, you need to try this for yourself. You need to see
Alright.
what this is all about.
Well, Hold on, I gotta go slow.
Slow it down.
I gotta slow down.
There you go, reholster.
All right. Okay, now this is the option one port.
Option one.
All right.
Let me see those ports on the barrel. Oh, no. All right.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have your socks blown off.
It's like it's all up here.
It's
I
a
don't
cheat
know how to
code.
describe it.
Bet
I don't feel it
you're
in like.
wishing you got those ports, aren't you?
I mean, I don't know.
You having regrets?
Damn it,
You
that's
got
nice.
buyer's remorse?
That is so nice. Well, what's funny is it's not like it hurts the webbing of your like between your finger and your thumb, but you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Not on this.
Mm-hmm.
On this you
So
don't.
what's your percentage if you had to put a percentage on it?
Let me do a couple more.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's high.
That's
It's
what I'm saying. I don't know how to
definitely
put a percentage on it, but you just
Man,
have to shoot it.
I
That's the
don't,
only way
I
can
don't
explain
know.
it.
That's high though. That is really up there. I don't 50?
Okay.
I don't know. Like it's up. That's up there.
Maybe I just got girly wrists. I got weak wrists.
Well, I could be wrong. I don't know. That's damn. Like it doesn't exist really. The recoil
There's
doesn't
no
exist in that.
recoil.
Oh hey, what are you doing?
Just playing with some guns. We're out here at the range. Second location, undisclosed, so don't even think about trying to come here. We're going to be, this is kind of like a stock for stock comparison. So we're going to be putting the Archon Type B up against, this is just my 19. And it is stock except for the texturing and the optic cut. But everything as far as the triggers, the internals go, everything is stock. So this is going to be kind of like a side-by-side comparison. Most people are familiar with the Glock platform. Just kind of putting them up against each other, comparing them side by side, seeing what the differences are, if any, and as far as performance goes, shootability, ergonomics, that sort of thing. So with that, we will get into, I need to grab some ear pro. I don't want to blow my eardrums out. I like being able to hear. What should we start with?
Why don't you start with the Glock?
So again, stock Glock, nothing crazy, just a RMR. What do you think this is? Probably 20 yards?
Probably.
What do you want me to do? Just 5 on? What want me to do?
Perfect. Yeah. Just do 5-10, whatever. Whatever you feel good.
Okay.
Feels right.
So let's do, 5 shots on steel. Actually, I'm gonna grab, let me see your timer. I'm just gonna go on timer. Again, I'm going to go from a compressed ready. Just punch out, do 5 shots. So again, very, very basic. Everyone's familiar with the Glock 19. Then we'll load up the Archon Type B. I'll show you in a sec the size comparisons because they are very similar in size. The slide, the barrel, the frame, whatever you want to say, is just a touch longer than the 19 slide, but the grips are the same size. This is a 15 round mag, again standard, flush, concealable, capable, so we'll do 5 on this target. So my first impressions, not first impressions because I have shot this gun before, but just going side by side, the trigger is a lot better on this. And not that it hurts me to say this because you could say I'm brand loyal to Glock, whatever you want to say, but the trigger in the Archon stock against the stock Glock trigger is a huge step up as far as just the feel, the travel, the break, and the reset. So there's that. Take it for what it's worth. I'm shooting irons, shooting a dot, but they're on target. Again, we're not very far. Standard ball ammo. But there's that. So then we just got these on the table. We'll just go side by side to show you the sizes. These have both been cleared. There's no mags in the guns. So if I put the back of the slides together, you can see you have maybe a ½ inch extra on the Archon over the Glock. It's a 45 slide. It's still a 19. It's a 19 frame. It's the exact same thing as a 19. It's just the slide is different because I traded somebody. But you get the point. So slides, slightly longer, but that's going to be in your pants if you're carrying it, so it doesn't matter if it's bigger or not. Then your grips, I was going to put on that, but the dot. The grips, let's see, let's get the back strap side by side. The grips are identical as far as length goes, so it's going to conceal the same as a 19.
All right, so we're going to be comparing the Glock, continue to compare the Glock 19 to the Archon. From compressed ready, we're going to be doing Glock 19. Now this may not look it, but it is stock. All the internals are stock, the trigger's OEM, barrel stock, all that stuff. We're just going to do a build drill, compare the times, and see how we do. Not my fastest, but what was that?
That was a 2:02.
What a bummer. I couldn't even get below
Trying to get this to show up.
2 seconds. So now it's time for the Archon. We get up a little closer because about where I was before. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, stand by.
Ooh,
You were going fast, but you got some misses.
I know.
That was, what do you think your time was?
2:04.
1:83. So it's quick. It's that trigger. I think it's the trigger, honestly.
It's too damn easy to shoot this gun fast. Let me run it one more time, just for shits and giggles.
Kay.
The first one, we're going to count it. But let me just do this for me.
Okay. Stand by. So you slowed it down a bit, got all hits. That time was, guess,
2:02.
2:06. Very comparable.
Yep. Yeah, pretty close.
Very close.
Pretty close. But this one, I will say it's just very easy. If this one had a dot on it like this one does.
So you were shooting your Glock, shot the Archon.
Yep.
Out of the two, just run the build drill real quick. What's your preference? Just
in terms of pleasantness, the Archon. There's no question. The Archon is more pleasant to shoot.
I would have to agree.
It's easier to shoot. It's yeah.
Well, it's again, like we made the reference. It's like this is like a Toyota Camry. It gets the job done.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit more sporty. It's like the Corolla S. You know what I'm saying?
This is the Acura.
Wow.
TL.
No, Lexus.
Oh, sorry. You're right. This is the Lexus IS250.
Wow.
I've owned both of those cars, the Acura TL and the Lexus IS250.
That's how you feel, huh?
That's how I feel. And I'll tell you right now, love both those cars.
You heard it.
So much.
You heard it here first, folks.
So.
Straight from the mouth of the horse.
Okay, let me just say something. The three of us were talking earlier. You already have a Glock, I'm sure, or an M&P, or an FN, or a SIG. Just get an Archon next. I don't know what else to say. It's so simple. This is a good gun. You're gonna love shooting it. Why pick up another one of the guns you already have? Okay, go ahead. Start over.
I'll say it's interesting. I might just be speaking for myself because it's very apparent that I was biased in the beginning towards the Glock, but it was a uninformed opinion because I hadn't gotten enough time behind the Archon, and not to say I've got hundreds of hours or whatever, but just in the time that we've been here, seeing the build quality, taking it apart, putting it together, speccing one out, getting more time behind the gun, I might have to take my words back.
Go on.
It's just, they're both guns, they both get the job done, but the Archon is a more pleasant experience to shoot. Not that the Glock is unpleasant, but it's a breath of fresh air. It's a change of pace from, again, your standard Glocks, your standard Smith & Wessons, your standard SIGs, just to switch things up a little bit. It's not a very common firearm, so to be able to get this is a huge privilege in and of itself. But it's just been refreshing to get some trigger time behind something that's a little bit higher build quality, that kind of has a little bit more performance in mind, and just be able to rip it at the range. So, am I eating my words? Maybe, but I'll gladly do that. It's been fun. It's been a good time. All right, so what we have here is the never before seen, never before been done, never before been shot, brand new offering on these Archon Type Bs from Iron Horse Firearms, ported barrels and slide, and this was going to be called Option 2 for your porting options. So what it is, we'll get some close-ups and B-roll that we can clip in here, is two small ports on the left and the right side of the slide and the barrel, again for compensation for recoil mitigation. But like I said, this is brand new. So we're going to test this out together here at the range, see how it runs, see how it performs. Again, compare it to stock, to the Option 1, and just kind of get some rounds behind this through the gun as well, and see how it performs. Okay, these are the first shots. That's really nice. So it actually feels really good. It's a good kind of happy medium, little bit of in between from stock and your port offering option number 1. So it doesn't mitigate as aggressively as number 1, but obviously it's a lot better than stock. It's a good step up. It feels really good. The recoil impulse feels really nice to shoot. So that might be a really good option as far as like carry goes. But I want you to give it a shot and see what you think.
All right, ready?
Yep. Nice, huh?
What I'll say about this too, this over Option 1 would be the subtleness of the ports. You look at this, you may not even catch them right away. So if the aesthetics of Option 1 don't really work for you, but you kind of maybe want to try ports, this would be a good option. We won't pick it up right away. It doesn't stand out very much, and you do notice the mitigated muzzle flip. So I'd give it a shot. Hey Jimmy, what is that?
So the Archon Firearms Type A will be coming out, from what I hear, later on in 2024. But this is the old Strike 1, really the Gen 2 Strike 1s that we have our shop converted into making it more like what the Type A that's going to come out is going to be. We do some slide machining here to give it more of an angular look. We also did an optic cut on it, put a comp on it, and then aftermarket recoil guide rod system. And let's see what else. Oh, and of course you can see that it has the Archon trigger with our combat style trigger that we offer. So a good trigger, some slide machining. We lighten this up, optic cut, and just really get this gun racing. That was the whole point behind this, is people wanting a full-size 5-inch barrel Archon Type B, but they don't exist yet. That's the Archon Type A coming out later. And because these were back in the US, we thought, why not grab some and make our own version of the Type A before it hits the market. So if you're a Strike 1 fan, this is, I don't know, you say from behind the camera, what do you think about the recoil?
Oh, it's non-existent. It's like shooting an airsoft gun.
Yeah, and with that brake on there, it's a real pleasant gun to shoot. We'll just say the least of that. So Let's get some video you guys shooting this and some of your comments on it, okay?
Done.
All right.
Get a little press check action. You got one. You got one in the head.
Yeah. This thing it feels so good in the hand.
You ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
I mean, I know that was lightning, but it didn't do
Yeah, but it was fast.
It was
Guess what?
clean.
Guess how fast?
1.6.
Very close. So let's get it in focus here, so the folks at home can see it was a 157.
Whew. I always want to overshoot what I really think.
You want to do one more?
I want to do one more.
All right. Stand by.
This thing is stupid fast.
There you go.
That one was
Clean.
slower.
That was clean.
That was a 1.8.
No. You'd be surprised to hear it was a 168.
What?
Yeah?
I was only that's absurd. This is the dark horse. Strike one dark horse. Holy shit. Stand by.
Oh, that was all me. That was awful. Let me go again.
Hit it again, dude.
I don't even want to know what that time was. It was that bad. I'm not used to the trigger, so I'm learning.
Do it again.
I get it, dude. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Stand by.
Missed a few.
Good cadence. What do you think that time was?
The time, probably 1.9.
1.72.
Wow, I'll take it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're just getting lost in the sauce
So
out
this
here.
is
So what
kind
are
of
we
a
doing now?
wacky thing we're doing here. Hopefully you can hear me. So we've got the ports, option
comp?
2, with the comp.
Wow. X Games mode, if you
Yeah,
will.
let's see. This is just a test. This is something.
This is just for fun.
It's just for
It's
funsies.
for shits and giggles.
Oh, I don't have
It's
my
just a
timer.
joke. It's a prank. It doesn't even move.
What the hell?
You know, it's
Hard.
Hey, I got something for you. Pick a hand. God's creation to mankind. Dude, I need that to develop my pineal gland.